Okay, we are getting to know our county leaders in Pickens County. We began with County Council Chairman Roy Costner. First question, who is Roy Costner?
Wow, what a broad question. You know, I'm very blessed. I grew up in North Carolina and came to Clemson University. And when I got to Clemson University, decided to stay in the area and met my wife at the Easley Family Festival back 27 years ago. We've been married 26 years. We got 2 kids. My son is Roy the Fourth. He's graduating from Clemson, and my daughter Tori, she's a sophomore at Southern Wesleyan University.
And what is it that we don't know about you, or we might be surprised to find out?
That's an interesting question. I mean, a lot of people know, how much I love music and how involved I am in the theater and things like that. But I guess when you think about it, so right out of college, I went on the road with the band for 2 years. We toured the East Coast. We spent most of our time at resorts. So it wasn't like we were bar hopping, but we were. I mean, what a great lifestyle to be playing at Amelia Island Plantation for 3 months. Mm-hmm. So I did that. Another thing I guess that most people wouldn't know is when I was in high school, we 4 of us rode our bicycles across the state of North Carolina, 900 miles to raise money for a day camp for the mentally and physically handicapped. And then when I got to Clemson, we did the same thing with 3 other friends that I met at school. Mm-hmm. We left from Clemson and we rode across South Carolina for the camp. Harmony, I believe is what it's called, that another day camp for the mentally and physically handicapped. It was just something that we wanted to do, that we thought it would be cool during the summer. And it's a long story, but the short side of it is we had something that happened to us outside of Columbia. Senator Strom Thurmond found out about it and wanted to correct it, and by doing so made me an honorary citizen of the state of South Carolina while I was at school at Clemson. So it made my tuition go down. It was awesome.
Wow, that's a win-win.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you've kind of been serving the community you've been in for most of your life, all of your life, really.
I grew up that way. I mean, I grew up in the church. My mom has always been really involved in the community. My dad the same way. So, when my dad's always told me, do all you can with what you have and the time you have and the place you are. And I love that quote. And that's something that I believe in. I really believe in serving and being a part of wherever you are.
Is that why you're on county council?
Yeah, partly. I mean, there were 3 things that happened that made me decide to run. The first was my son and his valedictorian speech, and I saw the power of God working through him. The other was I went to hear Governor Bobby Jindal speak, and he talked about and I really thought he was asking us for money for his presidential campaign, but that's not why. He talked about there needed to be awakening across the country where Christian people needed to move into leadership. And then Congressman Jeff Duncan, he and I grew up together and got to go visit him in Washington, and he talked about that servant leader. And it was those 3 things that really catapulted me to, okay, well, I feel like somebody's nudging me. I need to start moving in that direction.
And speaking of moving, what's next? What are some of your goals? What would you like to see happen, whether personally or for the county or professionally?
Well, for the county, I mean, we're so blessed. We've got a diverse group of people that are on the council, and diverse in the sense of we all come from different backgrounds. So we all have our strengths, and we can play to each other's strengths, and we can debate. And my hope is that we can transform Pickens County into the perception to the community into what it really is. I mean, Pickens County is the best place in the world to live because of the natural beauty that we have, because of our teachers, because of our first responders, because of, I mean, it's a community that when we hear manufacturers talk about why they moved there, it's because we're different. It's because people in South Carolina and people in Pickens County care, and we're all about family and community. And I want to get that, transform that message, that brand message for Pickens County to where we become a drive-to destination rather than a drive-through destination. So my hope in the time that I'm allowed to to serve in this capacity is that we can continue to move the county forward with more manufacturing, more jobs, but also with tourism and bringing people to the upstate into Pickens County.
Well, thank you for letting us get to know you a little bit better.
Thank you.